Hello, and welcome to Handbag with Sherry. And as our custom is, let's talk about what's in my cup. In my cup today, I have chai tea, and chai tea is very great for heart health. So that's one of the benefits, and that's what I'm talking about today. I'll take a sip, and we'll go right ahead into this topic. All right. And last week we started a series of marriage, relationship, singlehood, and today we're continuing that series. And I will be linking the video for last week on this video, so you can go ahead and watch. So last week we talked about why you must still be single, and this week we're gonna be looking into courtship. Now let's just say you're no longer single, you're not in a relationship. What happens during courtship? All right, the courtship process. One of the things that happen is that you begin to learn. Now you learn about each other, learn about what you like as individuals, and as you begin to learn about each other, you also want to learn about marriage, because it is at this point you're building the foundation. So you learn the foundation for what you're going to build on in marriage. So you want to learn, read books of marriage, like I would always say, read books of marriage, and also listen to marriage counselors. They're available on YouTube, they're available on podcasts. You can find them. And also, you can ask questions. If there are married couples around you that you admire, that you think they're doing well, you can ask them questions. Ask your pastor questions. Learn as much as you can. Because one thing that happens is that people just get into marriage without having an idea of what they should do or what they shouldn't do in marriage. And as you get in there, you are shocked or you're surprised. And so at this time, know each other, know what your partner like and what they don't like. And then that will lead me to the next point, which is respect. Now, you have learned about them, so you now know what they like and what they don't like. And then you have to respect them too. First of all, respect yourself. And then respect them. Respect is the end. So if you want to be respected, you have to respect people too. So go ahead and ensure that you respect the person you're getting married to. And as much as you can. Like I said, I know that, like I said in my last video, I know that no one is perfect, but again, respect is something very simple that you can practice. So you have to respect individuals. I mean, they don't have to be a partner to respect it, but if they're a partner, it is expected. You have to respect the individual you're with. And also transparency. This is the time you start talking about your past, your present, and even your future. What plans do you have for the future? What have you done in the past? Because they will definitely find out somehow. So it's better they know everything about you now. And be transparent if you cannot be transparent to them, that means that person is not worthy to be your partner. So your partner is someone you can open up to, and even after you've opened up to them, they still love you for who you are. So transparency is very important. You have to be transparent to the person you're getting married to. Let them know everything that they need to know. And that leads me to the next point, is that it's also a time of building friendship. That's very important. Especially if you're married to your friend, you won't have issues. So at this point, you're building friendship. You will get you know each other. You know how you can, be friends with the person you want to get married to. And I remember during my courtship, then we're just friends. Like we were totally friends. So at that point, nothing will come against us. We're friends for real. That's all I can say. So yes, as if you're in a courtship relationship and there's no friendship, it's like people are not on the same page. The bond is not there. That's not good, because it's easier to deal with a friend than to deal with someone who is not a friend. So that at every point you can open up anything, you can share anything with them. You can do. There's nothing that you're hiding from them because you don't want them to feel a certain way, or you don't even trust that information that you're giving to them is a wrong place to start up. Or that's why some people get married, they cannot talk to their husband or their wives because they think whether they're telling their husband or their wives will be here outside. You know, start from courtship. So that's, like I said, it's a foundation you're laying. It's a foundation that you're laying that you're going to build upon in marriage. So at this point, that should be settled already. That you're getting married to your friend. I mean, people that are friends, they don't think you cannot tell your bestie. So in marriage, your partner is your bestie. So in courtship, that should actually be your best friend. It starts from there. And that leads me to my next point. You also need to plan ahead, not just for the marriage or the wedding, but plan for the future. What plans do you have for the future? For example, when I met my husband, he told me that he had a calling of God on his life. He's a pastor. And so in that case, you have to know that for what you want to deal with. You know, like, are you okay with getting married to a pastor? Do you want to be a pastor's wife? Or if it's vice versa, do you want to be a pastor's husband? You know? So, yeah, at that point, you want to lay down everything clearly. I know they also mentioned that we're going to be spending our lives abroad. I mean, the United States particularly. So, at that point, I already knew, do I want to leave my country and go to a different country? You know? So that's planning. That's the future already being planned right there. We talked about how many children we're going to have and everything, and we agreed on that. So that's one thing you have to do during courtship. You have to plan, you have to agree, and so that when you get into marriage, you're not just saying, you're not jumping and now you're saying this and that and that. Those are not laid down. So those are the kind of things that can cause issues. And also, you also have to set boundaries. You know, some people actually make rules and regulations that will guide their marriages during courtship, which is great. Some of the things we told ourselves was that there will be no third party, you know, and third party. But if there's an issue that you cannot resolve within yourself, at that point you can bring in a third party because that is always, there are times that you have to invite someone, you know, to resolve issues. But so there's some foundations we laid down, you know. Because some people at every little thing and every slightest thing, they take their marriage issues out and not to the right person. So talking to your friends or everybody you see about your relationship is not the right thing to do. So there are people that are respected, that you are accountable to, that you can open up to. And that brings me to my next point, which is mentorship. So that you have to be accountable to someone, both couple, both partners. You have to be accountable to someone. Maybe if you have different mentors, that's fine, but there has to be accountability so that you're not doing this yourself. Someone that can advise you, someone that can that's experienced in that area, that is able to lead you in that light. So that's where mentorship comes in. And I also mentioned boundaries, you know, because you're not married yet, so you have to put some boundaries. You cannot start acting married while you are still single. So, like I said, this is the foundation laying out process so that you're not putting those things that you're not supposed to be doing yet right now in singlehood, and then it kind of blocks the right thing you're supposed to be doing in courtship, because with courtship, you're supposed to be able to see clearly and not letting your emotions becloud your sin. And also red flags. This is the time to watch out for red flags. And, you know, there's a saying that whatever you see in courtship or whatever you see in someone cannot be changed. Now, it can be changed with divine intervention, with prayers, but you want to choose if you're going to marry to start making change, because the change may not be immediately. The character may be 1 year, maybe 5, maybe 10, maybe even be 20. So I believe in the power of prayers, but you want to make up your mind if you want to go into marriage to start changing someone. So if there are things you think you cannot deal with and you're seeing them in courtship, a broken courtship is better than a broken marriage. So that's one thing. So red flags, we always shouldn't say this. Well, are you paying attention or you're just be clouded? So that's one thing. So you have to look out for that. And above all, you have to be prayerful. Pray together. Pray for your plans. Pray for your future. And also, while you are doing that, keep seeking God and make sure you're in the right relationship. Because, like I said, a broken courtship is better than a broken marriage. So that we're not going into marriage with a mindset that, oh, when it doesn't work out, we're going to break it. No, settle it right now when you are still courting. Is that what you want to do? Because there are a lot of broken marriages. There are a lot of divorce stories that we hear. It's unfortunate, it is sad, but it can be avoided if we start right, if we lay the right foundation, marry the right person, and do life with your friend. It is very possible to live married, and not just live married, but live a peaceful marriage, live a happy marriage, live happily. Your marriage is a possibility, but again, you have to start building the foundation during courtship. All right, this is all I have for today. We're going to be continuing next week with this series. And please don't forget to subscribe, share this with your single friends. And thank you so much for watching. You have a great day. Bye.